Hey friends, John here again, and today I want to talk about sharing your ugliness slash brokenness, or the parts of you that make you feel flawed or insecure or just uncomfortable with yourself at times, and why it's important that we actually do this. A lot of times we get caught up in trying to only share like our accomplishments or our triumphs or our successes with the world. You know, we want everyone to see us as this person that has everything together and nothing really goes bad for. We take a lot of pride in seeming perfect, but I don't think that showing just that helps anyone, because no one lives a life where they are just, you know, where nothing bad happens to them, where it's only the good. Everyone goes through hard times, and sometimes people find people more relatable by seeing the hard times that their friends are going through. They see that they're not the only one, and it helps them feel not so alone. They see you going through difficult times and still managing and getting through it, and it's almost inspirational to them without you ever needing to say anything to anyone. Like, think of like a church setting or whatever, where you've got, almost inevitably, there's always one, it seems, who, you know, never says a bad word, never seems to do anything wrong, doesn't commit a sin or whatever you want to call it, and they almost gloat about how much they're blessed by this divine being, God, or whatever you want to call it. And it seems like everything just falls into place for them. They put on this persona that they are perfect, and it makes it almost never do people want to really be friends with those people, because they feel kind of fake, because, I mean, you can tell it's not real. You know, they're not, it's not that it's not real, it's just, it's not the whole story. So I want to correct that. It's really not that it's not real. Like, they may be living a life where everything does seem perfect for them, but they're leaving out parts of it, and it makes them seem a little unapproachable. At least that's my take on it, and I know there's a lot of people out there that agree. So that's why I'm saying sharing your insecurities and flaws, or at least maybe not necessarily sharing, but not hiding them, where people can't see that you struggle as well. Somewhere out there's someone that needs to see and hear your version of the struggles of your life experience, and see you getting through it, and going past the judgment that you feel for it, and just being free from all of that. It's not easy for people to do. And, you know, when you do fall down and it seems like everything is kind of against you, a lot of times we worry about that person that is going to point at us and laugh or make fun of us or kick us when we're down and make us feel bad. What we don't see is that person is probably the one that needs to see us getting back up the most, because that person, what they're doing is a reflection of what they're feeling. They're afraid of themselves falling down like you just did, and somebody beating them up about it and making them feel even worse. And something about pushing that at you is making them feel better at that moment, because it makes them feel it's kind of like an ego payoff, where they start to feel a little superior. And what they really need to see is you breaking, but getting back up and walking away from their judgment untouched, freely, just being authentically you. You know, like for me, back to the person that seems to have it all together, I don't feel as comfortable around those people, because it does kind of give off this false sense of, it just doesn't feel, like I said, it doesn't feel real to me when people are acting like that. I'm much more likely to go and be friends with the person who stubs their toe and yells the non-autocorrected version of duck. And that just, for some reason, makes me feel more comfortable around the person. It's like they seem more real, they seem authentic, they seem more willing to express themselves. And I think that's something we need more of in the world today. It's people who are willing to just express themselves freely without fear of judgment. Like, doing this, you will start to feel more at peace with yourself and comfortable. And I'm speaking about this from experience. Like, I started trying to practice this, I don't know, 5 years ago. Of all places, like, I had heard this at I think it was a Casting Crowns concert. I had taken my mother there because she really likes them, and honestly their music isn't too bad. Like, it has some powerful meanings to it, even if you're not, a Christian or super religious. They have there's some lyrics and stuff in there that really grab at me, and it's just like, wow, that's powerful. Like, even if you're not super into the whole Christianity thing, they still have some stuff that you can really pull from. And one of their stories they were talking about was just this, how it's not normally the people that are sitting there screaming, this is their version of it, it's not the people that are sitting there screaming their love for Jesus that often pull you in to any kind of religion. It's the people that seem real, that seem approachable, that seem authentic, that pull you in and make you think that it's a place for you, because you see part of yourself in those broken people. The people, and broken is not really the word I want to use, it's just the word that's coming to mind right now. You're not broken just because you have flaws. You're perfectly you with your flaws. And that's why you need to share them with the world, because people think perfect is without flaws, and it's not. Like, your flaws are part of who you are. They're not even flaws, they're just things that you picked up along the way to cope with whatever you've gone through. It's part of your journey and your experience. Sharing the whole experience is, I think, what it's all about. You just become a more real version of you. And when you're a more real version of you, you're going to find more real people that you truly have a connection with. Anyway, I just felt like I needed to share this today. I'm hoping the message kind of came across correctly. I may not have chosen all the right words, but I think the sentiment is there, and hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. For some reason, I just felt kind of called to share this and get this out there, and I'm sure that there's going to be a few people that this hits with really well, and that's why I felt called to share it, because someone's needing this right now out there. They're not feeling good about themselves. They're looking at all the parts of them that they wish weren't there, and not seeing how beautiful those parts actually are and how much it's needed out there. Like, every part of you is needed in this world, or you wouldn't have that part of you here. You just have to figure out the purpose for it and what you need to do with it. Anyway, I have to get going here. I really only have time for like a short video, but I felt really called to do this. So, love y'all, and I'll catch you guys soon, and have a blessed day.